Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, and we are on a new series. As you can see by the title, this is going to be a teen series. So for the next couple of weeks I will be talking about things that need to be dealt with as a teenager, so when you become an adult you don't have that many regrets. Also, if you're not a teen, you are welcome to watch this series as well. My channel could be for anyone, okay, whether you're a Christian or you're not a Christian. Also, if I need to reference anybody in the Bible, I'm going to use Daniel, and then I'll also be explaining to you guys about my personal experience as well throughout the series. I am going to keep it real with you guys on this channel, because if I don't keep it real then you guys can't really learn from it. Alright, first of all, let's talk about my age, because a lot of people think that I'm really young. I am 24, so I've gone past that teenage stage, so I guess I can talk about it. Also, I've actually done a video on things that I would tell my teenage self, so if you want to check that video out, just make sure you subscribe to the channel and you'll be able to see that video. So let's get straight into it. Alright, so you guys know me that I have got notes, okay, so I don't forget what I'm going to say. In this particular video I'll be talking about self-love, because a lot of teenagers they think they love themselves. Not only teenagers, actually, a lot of people think they love themselves, but they don't really love themselves, and you can tell by their actions, the things they do, the things they eat, the things that they say to themselves. They don't really love themselves. So I'm going to be dealing with that in this video. So first of all, let me define what I mean by self-love. And what I wrote here from dictionary is regarding your own well-being and your own happiness, because as a teenager you can get carried away with you know, looking up to celebrities and doing what other people are doing, and then you see all these older people and you want to hurry up and become 25, you want to hurry up to be 23, 24, 30, and you think it's cool, but by the time you get to that stage you are going to realize that it's not as cool as it looks. So the first thing that we're going to look at regarding self-love is your health, okay, because health is wealth. Now, a lot of young people, when you're young, and even I did this as well, when you're really young you spend so much money on junk food. Actually, you know what, back in my time when I was really young, I would spend a lot of money on junk food. These days a lot of young people spend money on makeup and things that are so costly that they can't really afford. And when it comes to your health, what you eat is so important. What you put inside your body is important. If I have a pain on my external part of my body, I can explain what it looks like, I can explain what's going on with me, but if there's pain in the inside of my body, I can't really explain what's going on. So what you eat is really important. It's important to be healthy. Now when I'm talking about healthy, I'm not talking about going vegan and cutting down foods and all that kind of stuff. No, I'm talking about eating the right food, eating good food, nutritious food. Learn to eat homemade food. Don't be consumed with eating outside all the time. If you are spiritual, you realize that it's not every food that you see that is food. Some food are poisonous. Some food are something else in the spiritual realm, and that's why when some people eat some food, they don't know what is going on inside, but it strikes something inside that could cause a disease, and then when you go to the doctor they start telling you about all these type of diagnoses. Meanwhile, in the spiritual realm, you've ate something that is not food. I remember a guy went to the club one time, a guy that I was working with, and he told me that his friend saw a can of Coke on the road, in the middle of the road, in the middle of the midnight, like 3 o'clock in the midnight. He saw a can of Coke in the road, and he decided to pick up the can of Coke and drink it. And I thought to myself, like, do you actually care about yourself? Someone could have put poison in that and left that in the middle of the road. Someone could have spat on that and put that in the middle of the road. Somebody must have peed on that and left that in the middle of the road, and then you decide to pick it up and drink it. If you love yourself, you wouldn't do that. You'd be conscious about what you put inside your body. Don't get carried away with eating so much junk food outside that you forget to eat good, nutritious food. Now, there was someone in the Bible who was taken into a palace, right? And when he got to the palace, you obviously know the type of food that they'll serve in royalty. You'd see like really nice pastries, like high class pastry, nice meat, nice chicken, seasoned, all that kind of stuff. Even though some of it looks good, but by the time it's seasoned and cooked and mixed with other kind of stuff, it all just boils down to sugar. But anyway, he was taken into the palace, and he told one of the chief commanders that he doesn't want to eat any food that the king is eating, that they just want to eat good nutritious food, which is vegetables, and just drink water. He don't want to drink wine. And this person is Daniel. So if you go to the book of Daniel chapter 1 verse 8, it says, Daniel resolved not to defile himself with the royal food and wine, and he asked the chief official for permission not to defile himself this way. So he told the chief that he doesn't want to eat the king's food. He doesn't want to eat all that royal food. He just wants to eat vegetables and drink water. And then if you go down to verse 15, after they had tested them for 10 days, him, Daniel and his two friends, and it says in verse 15 that at the end of the day they look healthier and better nourished than any of the young men who ate the royal food. Now obviously in this day and age you can't just be eating vegetables and drink water for the rest of your life. You need to switch it up, you need to mix it up. But what I'm really saying is that always be conscious that you're eating good nutritious food. Listen, you can eat really bad food, and in the future you're going to look horrible. Your skin's not going to glow. Your system is not even going to be in good condition, because you're putting a whole bunch of junk food, you're eating outside too much, you're eating too much fried food. You are what you eat, so you have to be conscious of what you're putting in the inside of you. The next thing that I'm going to talk about is your physical appearance. Now obviously as a teenager you realize that we are not all the same when it comes to physical appearance. Some people are naturally born fat, some people are naturally born skinny. So therefore we have three different types of body. We have three different body types, okay? We've got ectomorphs, where these are type of people who are naturally just skinny, and even if they eat like a pig, they're just going to be skinny. Then you've got mesomorph, who naturally gains weight easily and can lose weight easily. And then you've got endomorphs, who are born really big, and the chances are they could be obese if they don't take care of themselves. Now I'm not trying to get into fitness or anything, but these are the things that you need to know when you're a teenager, so that when you become an adult you don't get too big to the point that you lose yourself. Because every obesity person that you've seen today, they didn't get big in one day, it didn't happen in 5 months, they got big over the years. So as a young person you need to study your body, and you need to do a lot of research on these things. You can do all these research on Google, or if you want to go to a nutritionist you can do all of that. But the reason why I'm saying this is that you don't want to get so big and you blow up and then you give up on life and then you die so early due to obesity or lack of nutritious food. You want to be able to take care of yourself. You can be skinny and look good and glow and look healthy, and at the same time you can be skinny and look like somebody who needs food, who look like somebody who needs a hamburger. I'm not trying to be bad, but this is reality. At the same time you can be fat, you can look healthy, you can look active, you can glow, and also you can be fat and you can look like somebody who needs help. So it all boils down to how you take care of your physical appearance. It's important. Please moisturize yourself, take a shower. I know people who don't take a shower at all. They skip days to take a shower. I understand now that we have to pay for water and everything, but your health is important. Please take care of your physical appearance. It's really important. Your body is representing somebody, which is God. You are ambassador of Christ. Christ does not look dirty, he looks clean. So it's important to take care of yourself. Do a lot of research on your body type. Know the type of things that you should be doing. If you know you're naturally born big, then you know that you're somebody who needs to be active on a day-to-day basis. If you know you're somebody who's naturally skinny, don't take advantage of that and start eating a whole bunch of junk food. No, you can eat some junk food, but at the same time take some nutritious food. So the next point I have here is to understand yourself, okay? And what I mean by understand yourself is know what makes you happy, know what makes you angry, know what triggers you. Because when you know these things, you prevent them from coming your way. If you know that you hate people taking your stuff without permission, right? You could just come up with an idea to get a lock in your room and lock your room when you're not at home. So that way, nobody gets you angry. That's what I mean by understanding yourself. Know what you like, know what you don't like. Know the type of food that is okay for you, know the type of food that is not okay for you. Because a lot of teenagers, they compromise too much, especially when it comes to friendship and going out a lot. They compromise so much that they don't even understand themselves. And then when they get into a relationship,
they think, oh well, nobody ever understands me. I've never come across somebody who understands me as much as I understand myself.
But the reality is, you don't really understand you. So if you don't understand you, how is somebody else going to understand you? I remember back when I was young, and through different friendships and all of that, and I would be angry or moody. You know how we are as girls, we get moody and emotional and different types of things. And people would ask me, oh, what's wrong with you? I'd be like, I don't know. Like, what's wrong with you? I don't know what's wrong with me. This is what I would tell them. And then they would just walk away, and I would think, oh, how could you just walk away? Like, you're supposed to sit here and tell me everything is going to be all right. But one day I thought of it and I said, you know what? If I don't even know what's wrong with me, then how do I expect you to know what's wrong with me? You know what I mean? But if I had explained to that person that, look, this is what's wrong with me, this and that, then that person would know what to do to get me out of that mood if they wanted to. So that's what I mean by understanding yourself. The next one that I've got with self-love is to recharge yourself. Sometimes you can get carried away by having so many friends, going out so much, that you forget to make time for yourself. It is really important. Trust me that when you become an adult, yeah, you cherish your own time. You cherish me time. Like, you need that space, especially when you come from like a big family. You know, you always have to attend meetings, you have to know what's going on, you be the first one to get the information, all that kind of stuff. Then you go to work and you're surrounded by customers, you're surrounded by people. Then you go to school, you're surrounded by people, you're surrounded by school. You can lose yourself in the midst of everything. So it's important to create time for yourself, to create goals for yourself, to do a self-examination. You know, have I progressed from 5 months ago? Am I still in the same place I was 6 months ago? All these kind of things you can do while you're recharging yourself. And when I mean by recharging yourself, I mean make sure the Wi-Fi on your phone is switched off or your phone is switched off, okay? Because you'd be surprised, a lot of people get carried away with their phones that they don't even think about themselves anymore. They don't even think about their life. And then what would happen is, when you're done with your teenage years and you get to your adult years, you look back on your teenage years and you're like, whoa, like what have I been doing all this while? Like, what have I been doing with my life? And then you miss time so much that for you to catch up now is going to be a struggle. So always recharge yourself, and remember, always do what makes you happy. But if what makes you happy is a sin against God, don't do it. Because a lot of people quote that a lot. Do what makes you happy, this and that. But if it's a sin against God, don't do it. Always remember that God loves you the way you are. But there are times where you need to change your character, you need to work on your attitude, and you need to work on your behavior. And this is something that I'm going to talk about later on in this series. So don't look for someone to love you. I want you to love you first. I want you to take care of you first. I want you to look after your appearance, because when you begin to do that, then you give other people reasons why they should love you. But when you're looking for someone to love you and you don't take care of yourself, you don't look after yourself, you don't eat the right stuff that you're supposed to eat, you don't recharge yourself, you don't understand yourself, it's so difficult for somebody else to understand you. So that's it for this video. Please do get all your teen friends to watch this video. It might help them out. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Also follow me on all my social media sites. And until my next video, guys, stay blessed and stay beautiful. Bye.